This is a follow-up question to that. The urban parks that were transferred by the city of Milwaukee to the county in the 30s carry a deed restriction that allows any future mayor to take those parks back at a time without even giving a reason. Will you act to prevent that by working with the city to employ young people as junior park workers? Jason asked this first.
That is correct. The mayor of Milwaukee does have the power to bring the parks back under his or her control, basically as the mayor wishes to do. Question I have on that: could the mayor selectively retake a park, or would the parks around the county, all of them, come back under the city's control? I don't think the suburbs would quite appreciate the city of Milwaukee running their parks. And can you please repeat the second portion of the question?
Would you act to prevent that by working with the city to employ young people as junior park workers?
Curious proposition. I am interested in increasing the ability of volunteers to work on the parks. At Humboldt Park, which I live very close to, the men's restroom has gotten into a seriously disgusting state. The toilets look nearly unusable. They still function, but I don't know if they've been cleaned in many, many months. If the youths would be able to help us clean the parks, and that would happen within the constraints of the current budget, I'm open to it.
Could you repeat that question one more time? I appreciate that. That's a lot.
The urban parks that were transferred by the city of Milwaukee to the county in the 30s carry a deed restriction that allows any future mayor to take those parks back any time without even giving a reason. Will you act to prevent that by working with the city to employ young people as junior park workers?
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for repeating that. I just kind of misunderstood there. It sounds as though, and this may be an issue I'm not aware of, that I don't know if the mayor is threatening to be taking back the parks. I don't think that's an issue. If it was, I think he would have a county that's up in arms, just because it has been under the control of the county ever since then. So I think it should remain under the control of the county as long as they can afford to fund it and make sure that they are taking care of that. So that's my answer. Thanks.
I think the city of Milwaukee has several other issues that needs to first and foremost address, and some other housekeeping issues to attend to, such as public safety, property taxes, and the like. I don't think the city of Milwaukee is prepared to take on the undertaking that it's going to go with managing a park system. Schools were another issue at one point in which this mayor has thought about overtaking, and he has since dropped that early on in his first run for mayor. In regards to junior park workers, I think it's a great idea. Summerfest partners a lot with a scholarship type grant program with its workers and its grounds. Unfortunately, I think the county would run into a lot of labor issues when trying to give these youths this great opportunity. I'm sure labor would stand in the way of children taking over labor work from the park workers. So there would be large issues that would be in play, but I think it's a great opportunity to explore for our children to be a positive resource, both for developing responsibility and a work ethic.
I look at this in two questions, all right? It's a two-part question. The first part is a legal question, and I'm not an attorney, but if I understand the question, you said something to the effect, and I'm trying to restate the question, even though it's not written down in my mind, but she said, would you actively try to prevent a mayor from taking back the county, knowing that there's a deed restriction with no, as far as I know, no sunset on the deed restriction? In other words, it's a deed restriction into perpetuity. It goes on forever until the mayor exercises his power. Well, it's a constitutional issue again, but you have government levels, and a county government is superior to a city government. And we are a first-class city, Milwaukee is, But I don't think the county, even if it was a superior government, can tell the city not to exercise its authority. So would I try to do something I have the legal capacity to do? No, it wouldn't be my job to do it. I don't think I could even have a legal opinion. William Domina, he's the corporate counsel, he's the one who gives an opinion on what you can do or can't do as a county supervisor. I think that we don't have a legal capacity to do it. As far as having other people come in as junior park workers, the only thing I can say in history is at one time in the Depression era, we had the CCC, Civilian Conservation Corps, doing at least Sheridan Park, which is right next to my high school where I went to Cudahy Senior High, and they did an outstanding job on making some things, and I wouldn't be opposed if we had the funding to do something similar. Thank you.